Hey everyone, it's Hayes, and oh my gosh, last night Glue released a brand new trailer, and I knew they were releasing something they said they would, and I was like, okay, what time, Glue? Found out the time, I was like, I'm going to bed, that's too late for me. I've got work to do, I need my beauty sleep, Glue. And honestly, I'm kind of glad I didn't stay up for it, because I don't think I would have been able to sleep if I'd seen this right before needing to. So I woke up to it instead, which I'm not sure if that was better, because now I'm going to be traumatised the rest of the day, but at least I had a decent night's sleep. So, of course, as always, it's linked down below for you to go and watch for a spoiler all for you now, because oh besties, my dear besties, it makes me feel sick. That's the vibe of this trailer, makes me feel like I want to throw up because it makes me that anxious. However, besties, as always, I haven't seen any of the leaks, so if you already know what happens I'm pretty confident that these screenshots in this trailer are all from different episodes. If you've seen any of the episodes or know more about them than I do, I'd really appreciate it if you could keep it to yourself. A lot of people watch me because they don't want to know the leaks, and I don't want to know them either, so if you could keep it to yourself, that would be wonderful. So we open up the trailer, very, inconspicuous, Gabriel Babes in his lair, about to akumatize someone. And then the next bit, it's one of the bits of the trailer that's confusing me the most. It's Adrian and Marinette. They're outside, I think, at night time, somewhere, together. And he's slowly backing away from her. Now, Adrian, he loves this girl with his whole life. He would literally do anything for her, as we have seen so far this season. So it must have been something pretty awful that she said or done in order to get him to act like that. But what that thing could be, I'm not sure. The only thing I could possibly think is that she decides to tell Adrian that she is Ladybug. But I don't think that would make him back away from her, unless, again, Ladybug's done something terrible. I think he'd probably be overjoyed that Ladybug is the girl he's in love with. But maybe, I don't know, since he's come quite a long way from having a crush on Ladybug, maybe he's like, oh god, she's Ladybug? That's awful, Marinette. But I doubt he would. I think he'd be pretty happy about it. So the next few screenshots definitely seem to be tied together, and I do believe they are from Confrontation, which I'll talk about in a second. So it takes place in class. Juleka is reading a piece of paper, and she gets very upset. Rose is there to comfort her, but it doesn't seem to make a difference, as Juleka seems to, retreats in herself. Now, we've seen this screenshot before of Ivan and Melend talking to Juleka, who I believe is being just de-akumatized, and we were told that this screenshot was from Confrontation, so therefore I think these ones of Juleka about to be akumatized are also from Confrontation. However, what she's upset about is obviously something on the paper. What is on that paper though? Not 100% sure. However, the synopsis of this episode talks about how Chloe and Lila, they are now the class reps, and it's up to them to kind of help decide if what the student wants to do in the future, moving on to high school or lycée, is the best decision for them in terms of what they want to do. So I think it's maybe possible that whatever Juleka's put down, Chloe and Lila, for whatever reason, have been like, no, you're not doing that. Which, part of me, I can understand, because the Chloe and Lila aren't very nice people. I can understand why they'd sabotage Juleka. But also at the same time, I feel like that this plan was more so to sabotage Marinette. What's Juleka done? I'm not sure. Don't get me wrong, I think Juleka's a good person, but if I were to take bets on people who are going to stand up to Lila and Chloe before the end of the school year, I don't think Juleka would have had many takers. Not because I don't think she's a good person, but because she's so shy and quiet and withdrawn, So, I'm a bit confused. If that's what's going on, okay, fair enough. I can see Lila and Chloe doing that, but why are they targeting Juleka specifically? I'm a bit confused on why Juleka. So the next bit is Cat Noir. I believe he is on the Eiffel Tower, just judging by the metal structure. If he's not on the Eiffel Tower, I have no clue where he is. He doesn't look very happy though. He looks pretty shocked, so maybe is this right after the scene he's backed away from Marinette in the alleyway? He needs some time to think. God, I don't know what she said to him. It looks traumatising, whatever it was. And then the sky changes colour, and he looks up and he looks pretty shocked. Now, I obviously don't know what he's looking at, but the only thing I can think of is this screenshot, which is of, this explosion. This screenshot also takes place at night, so perhaps he's able to see it from where he is. Like I said, the screenshots of that previous trailer, no one's managed to get them in great quality as of right now, so I'm not 100% sure. The Eiffel Tower is kind of like right at the edge of it, so maybe that is what he's seeing, just the start of it, and he manages to get himself to safety. If it's not that though, I've no idea, and I still don't even know what the explosion was caused by. Then back in Gabriel Bayes' lair, we get a lovely up-close shot of Monarch Daddy's teeth. Maybe it's just the purple lips, but those look very, very white to Gabriel against them, and he seems to be shouting no, so he seems to have lost again, but who's surprised? Not me. However, more surprising is that all the windows in the school get blown out. Pretty sure that's the school. If it's not the school, I don't know what building it is. Like, crikey Moses. They're not holding back for the end of this season. But then we have Marinette, and I believe Marinette is in school. I think she's either in the library or Mr. Damocles' office. I'm hedging a guess towards Mr. Damocles' office since it's at the front of the school. And as you can see out the window, you can see Notre Dame, which is opposite the school. That's why I'm saying Mr. Damocles' office, since the library is at the back of the school. And are there any actual windows in the library? I don't even remember. So I think it's Mr. Damocles' office, although that piece of artwork on the left-hand corner is a bit weird. So Marinette is in her dress that she's been designing in Adoration. So I'm assuming this is possibly from one of the finale episodes or close to the finale, whenever they are having this school dance. I don't know if that's going to be on the last day of school or maybe like episode 24. They have the dance towards the end of the year and then they have like a final last day at school, obviously the last day referring to the group name for the last 2 episodes. So she's in this dress and she's in Mr. Damocles' office for whatever reason. And again, she's read something very distressing. Marinette, Julica, if reading is stressing you out so much, just don't do it, okay? Look, I think reading is a valuable tool, but if it's gonna make you this upset, just stop. Just stop, girly pops, don't do it anymore. So what she's reading though, I'm not sure. She's super duper upset. She holds it to her chest and she walks out of school. Now I'm assuming the dance is also taking place at school. I wasn't actually sure if they got their like Eiffel Tower party plan from Adoration actually approved, so I don't know where they're having this end of school party. So if it's not at the school, I'm like, why is she at school in the first place? So she walks out looking super duper upset, but really cool though. She's changed her coin purse to go with her dress, and like the strap has like little pearl details on it. That's super cute, Marinette. I'm sorry you're upset. But it seems right before this scene happens, again, she's at school. Marinette is in the art room. She opens some kind of closet, I take a guess at. I don't know. We don't go in the art room a great deal, so I'm not sure if there is like a closet like this. And she opens it up to reveal, I'm going to say, a statue of Ladybug. Now, I don't think this is like completely implausible, as they know they have the wax museum in the show, but like how this came about exactly, I don't know. How do people get it in there? I don't know. This is me assuming Lila and Chloe have set all of this up, including the letter in Mr. Damocles' office. So I'm a bit confused there. It could be an illusion, I guess, or it could be something to do with the Goat Miraculous. Can the Goat Miraculous create something like this, or only just like more inanimate objects like the magic wand and the asteroid? Not really sure. So I'm a bit confused about why this has freaked Marinette out so much. Like, it's just her. Like, it is a bit weird, but she's like scared. I know she's on her own, it does seem to be nighttime. Why she's in the school at that time, like I said, not sure. But it seems possibly that Lila and Chloe have maybe set a trap for her, and after what happened in Derision in the flashback, we all kind of know how traumatised Marinette is by those pranks. Even though she's never showed any signs of that trauma since. But anyway, so the next bit's super duper intriguing. We have Adrien, I believe, on Marinette's balcony, and Plag is flying out of the ring. So I'm assuming he was Cat Noir, and he was possibly in pain, so he's like, oh, Marinette's is the closest, I'll just go have a chill on her balcony for a bit. So he seems to be in pain, and apologies for the image quality, but he like slides down to the floor, and then he's like holding his head. Now sometimes mental pain is shown like this in Miraculous, like regrets, but to me this doesn't look like mental pain, it looks like Adrien is physically in pain. Now what could have happened other than getting hit by an Akuma villain? I'm not really sure, but my possible guess is something to do with Senti monsters. Gabriel does seem in like these final episodes to be getting more and more controlling over Adrien and wanted him to do his bidding, and he's possibly maybe trying to refuse it. I don't know if it's possible to refuse it though. Like as we saw in episode 19, Pretension, he ordered Adrien to stay in his room and Adrien was just stood there like, yeah, I'll do it. but like he wanted to move, but he physically couldn't, and he didn't understand why. So maybe his father's ordering for him to come home, but Natalie's doing some countering and it's really messing with his head. I don't know if that's possible though. So yeah, so the next bit is of Marinette with her eyes. She's doing something obviously super duper shocking, and I believe it's this other scene with her in the dress. Like I said, I have zero clue where she was in that bit. I'm really not sure. And then one of the final parts of the trailer, I believe, is in Marinette's room. We have the horse portal with an Akuma villain sneaking back through, just their foot. I believe it's the same one as this. They both have the same colour scheme and snazzy kind of outfits. So it zooms out to Marinette's room and we can see Cat Noir just about. It's very blurry and he jumps through the portal just as it is closing. So whoever's been akumatized, my best bets right now are either Gabriel or Alec. I'm pretty sure it's a guy. Has possibly taken Marinette. So, that's not good. Why they take her, I don't know. Do they suspect she's Ladybug? I'm not sure. And as Cat Noir, has he also found out who she is, has come to rescue her before she's in too much danger, but this Akuma villain has come to take her before that? I don't know. But then the part of the trailer that broke my heart and probably broke all of your hearts is Ladybug doing a pound it to thin air. But now, when I first saw this morning, my thoughts were, did Adrien, did he die? Did he relinquish his Miraculous? What's going on here? I'm a bit confused. However, in one of the synopses we got, we know that Adrien is in London. So perhaps he's decided to stay there. I don't know, kind of. There's so much going on and it's hard to say without knowing which screenshots are from which trailer. Sorry about the length of this video, by the way, besties. There's just a lot going on. Part of me is thinking that perhaps Adrien has gone to London and maybe he's found out what his father's done. So even though he doesn't want to leave Paris for Marinette and because of his job as Cat Noir, he physically cannot mentally be in the same place as his father, which I can understand completely. But also, like, I don't think he'd break up with Marinette over it, but part of me thinks that letter in Mr. Damocles' office is maybe something to do with that. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. And I'm very confused. Plus as well, I want to briefly talk about the logo from Glue, which I know seems like a weird thing to discuss. However, it was like their logo last year for the end of season 4 was pretty spoilery as well, with the dog Miraculous Ball taking the yo-yo. So this time we have Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous symbols, and then they both detransform. So I feel like that's either hinting at like defeat, because Gabriel takes the Miraculous, therefore they're going to have to detransform, or maybe just more like literal of them finding out each other's identities. However, at the same time you do hear Monarch's like evil laughter, so maybe it's referring to that, I don't know. But yeah, tying this in with the other trailers, it definitely seems that Juleka is going to get akumatized back into Reflector, and we see like 2 reflectors, so I'm assuming Gabriel Babes has given her the power of the mouse. But part of me is wondering, is she the reason also for the explosion in the middle of Paris, the explosion at school? That would kind of make sense, since they both do kind of have like a pinky orange tinge to them, which is like the tiger Miraculous, and as we saw Andre use in Elation when he set that fire. So yeah, there's a lot going on. I'm really hoping for some official trailers this week, just for 21 and 22, to maybe help clear some things up. Like at the minute, my laptop desktop is just full of random screenshots because I don't know what folder they belong in. Like, which episode are you going to? I don't know. I have no idea. So all the airing dates from the screen. Gloob didn't really announce any new airing dates, but it did seem from the 12th of June they'd be showing new episodes. But by then, I think we'll have seen up to 24. So unless they're gonna speed run the other episodes and show the finale first, I don't know. But apparently, according to Winnie, the finale isn't 100% ready yet. So I'm not 100% sure that any of these screenshots are actually from 25 and 26. That's why I'm kind of hoping that picture of Ladybug doing the pound it to nothing is possibly like from the end of 24. Like Adrian's gone off somewhere, but he's gonna come back for the last day and be Cat Noir one more time and help take down Hawk Daddy. But why he's left Ladybug, like even though he doesn't have feelings for her anymore, he still cares a lot for her. You know, why he would leave Paris when Marinette's there, although it seems like something's happened. It just seems all over the place. I'm not going to be okay. This next, 3 weeks are going to be the busiest I've ever had in my entire life, so yeah. All the airing dates are on the screen. I'd love to know what you think, besties, but please keep the comments leak-free. I'll see you in the next one.